Hey everyone, this is AJ Simon, and I'm doing my reflection over Module 12, Internet Safety. Internet safety is so important. Um, First of all, safety of all students are important from any given point, but with everything that goes on nowadays being online, internet safety is just a tremendous issue that we have to contend with. As a role as as an educator, that is even more so. Um, the students, whether they want to admit it or not, look up to us as educators, and we have to show them that we're there for them in case something should come up that they are um, unaware of, that's out there, or something that is distasteful that they don't care for or whatever. um, we're going to have to be there for them in those instances, specifically on how us as educators can teach internet safety is just by, I think a big deal is just by being completely open and honest with them. And some of the research says the same thing, that we need to be open and honest with them to show that there is stuff out there. The internet can be a very, very useful tool if used appropriately. However, if something should arise that you may stumble across that you didn't mean to, that there are some precautions that you need to take, and some uh, steps you need to take in order to be able to handle those situations. The net. I explored the Net Smarts website a little bit and did the Teaching Digital Citizen program. I thought that was a pretty interesting deal. I had never heard of that before. I thought it was kind of neat and sponsored by Disney or whatever. Uh, but I do think the information there is relevant, and it would be very useful for a lot of educators. I myself will be teaching a introduction to technology course for 7th and 8th graders here this next year. And, I think I'm going to be using some of this information that I learned in this module specifically for this class. I think there's a lot of good information. There's some videos and research and stuff that will be very helpful in the program. In the article, I found one thing that I found was very interesting was um, the percentages are so varying, and they described in there that it is partially due to the fact of they don't have a clear definition of what cyberbullying is, or some of the other definitions of stuff, really pinpointed as to what some of that stuff is. um, I thought that was kind of interesting that there was such a wide range, though. We all know and we all see it on, a daily basis and stuff on the news and stuff. Cyberbullying is a major, major issue that needs to be taken care of. But one of the things, the article that brought to my attention that I never really thought of before, is that it's the unconventional students or children that you wouldn't really think of being a bully has the ability to be a bully online, um, because of that anonymity. And I thought that was really interesting because I had never thought of that before. You think of bully, you think of, the great big kid. Sometimes the jock is bullying the nerd, or the stereotypical bully, and it's not necessarily that way online. And therefore, to me, there is a greater accessibility for it. So it seems like there's probably a higher number on those percentages, is what I would see, or what I would think that there would be. The ability to have a higher, up in the higher ranges than the lower. But I thought that was kind of interesting. So that's my reflection. Thank you very much.